Welcome fans to MLTT Week 2 in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're excited to be joining you from Triangle Badminton and Table Tennis Club. Today's team match will be between the Seattle Spinners and the defending champion Texas Smash. It will consist of 2 singles matches, 1 doubles match, 2 more singles matches, and the golden game. Let's announce our teams and get to the action. Up first, the Seattle Spinners, coached by Coach Luba Sadowska. And now, the defending champion, Texas Smash, coached by Coach York Bitzigayo. Let's shake some hands and play some table tennis.
Oh my goodness, behind the back shot, it works!
That's it, we just want to win for our team.
My goodness! And Amy Wang finishes it!
Yeah, we're just as good as the men, or better.
It's a huge point for the Bay Area. Good chance that's the #1 highlight of the week.
Major League Table Tennis on a Sunday morning in North Carolina. It's the first day of fall, and either the Seattle Spinners or Texas Smash will experience their first win of the new MLTT season. Spinners and Smash in a West Division battle. Both these teams have had moments of excellence the past couple of days, but they have been fleeting. And the Spinners and Smash both sit at 0-2. We are back inside the Triangle Badminton and Table Tennis Club, and in the West Division, the Portland Paddlers will have the lead heading into October. The Spinners and the Smash fighting for third, who knows, maybe even second place with a good performance here this morning. And a very happy autumnal equinox to you, and to you, Sean O'Neill, the Hall of Famer. I'm Evan Lepler. Good morning and welcome. Different vibes to these 2 matches today. We got an air of desperation for Seattle and Texas. Later we'll get Chicago and Carolina. They're both 2-0, battling for the top East Division spot. But what do you expect today with Texas and Seattle?
Well, they both have to get on the board, so the challenge is going to be to get the ball rolling and get some wins early on so they can go into the golden game with a lead.
When you say get the ball rolling, are you asking for more magic from David McBeth?
Oh, that was an amazing shot. Point of the day yesterday. Hopefully he'll bring some more.
Well, we get some fascinating matches today. The singles 2 spot and the singles 3 spot are particularly fascinating because we got a couple of teenage phenoms in singles 2 and then another women's singles match. Debbie Vivarelli from Italy, Amy Wang, who's been an unbelievable performer. Both of them were in the Olympics in Paris. There's some really intriguing matchups throughout the slate.
Well, I love these 2 in singles 2 and 3 is the international appeal for the U.S. players getting a chance to play some of their world-class opponents.
And the day begins with a battle of a couple of veterans from abroad. Kou Lei and Hiromitsu Kasahara. It's funny, both these guys are older than the combined age of Nandan, Naresh, and Adi Sareen, who we'll see in singles too. It's not to say that these guys are ancient by any means.
Experienced,
seasoned. It's going to be an interesting match. Kasahara brings the firepower. Kou Lei struggled yesterday against Lebanon, but played really well on Friday night in his first match of the season. 1-0 Texas. As the 35-year-old from Tokyo begins with the serve.
Net 1-0.
Kou Lei, 36, will be 37 in November. Born in Beijing, but has represented his adopted nation, Ukraine, in the Olympics on multiple occasions.
Kou Lei not only has amazing attacking skills, but you can see some blocking skills right there. Got to find the right location if you're going to get the ball through Kou Lei.
Stylistically, how would you compare and contrast these two guys?
Really, with Kasahara, he is so quick. All the Japanese players playing up-tempo game like to go for winners from both sides. Kou Lei, a little bit more reserved, takes his time, sets up the forehand. Heavy, heavy topspin when he drives the ball. Kou Lei, if you remember Evan in season 1, his serves were giving everyone difficulty. He was scoring with ease off of his serve. Let's see if he can make that on this next set of 2 serves. It's that little reverse pendulum serve that he'll do from his backhand corner with his forehand. So we'll see him setting up right now. It's a very small motion, but very effective. He just gets his forehand into play very quickly.
When you see a guy like Kou Lei with a small motion and compare it to some of the bigger motions, Lebasan, Enzo, and others, I mean, why does someone choose one or the other?
Well, the thing is, he has such good racket speed in a small motion. I'd say the spin is comparable, but it's very easy for the opponent just to try to touch the ball, and that'll send it long. So net result, very efficient, very spinny, but he wants to get his forehand into play, just like Kasahara. High toss serve.
Let 4-4.
Kasahara wants to get into a rally. He wants to use his backhand to start, forehand to finish. Kou Lei likes to hit pace off the ball to just start his forehand, kind of ground zero and going for winners. And there, Kou Lei doing a nice job on the serve return. Splitting points. And this heavy, heavy push underspin return. There's the up-tempo speed of Kasahara.
Wow, that's nicely done.
Made it look like he was going to play that ball possibly down the line, but just let the spin take the ball cross court. Let's see how much action came off the racket on the serve, but then just touching it, and that ball shot sideways for the direct winner.
Three-point lead now for Hiromitsu Kasahara. Tom, when you saw this matchup on paper, did you expect it to be a 2-1?
Really did. I think that Kasahara is just too explosive to think he could be swept without his speed coming into effect. Both on the forehand and back, we were watching him during the warm-up and just taking bombs at both sides, but up at the table. And Kou Lei much more measured, takes his time, works the point, especially on the forehand side. Oh, that's a nice 1-2 combination by the Seattle spinner. Get the ball going and then just snap that backhand down the line. Kasahara taking some risks early on, playing the backhand over on the forehand side. He's rewarded with 4, almost 5 game points.
But he doesn't need them all. Great rally And Kasahara outlasts Kou Lei. 11-6 for the Texas Smash in game number 1. Game 1 to Kasahara by 5.
And Kasahara starts just like he finished game 1, getting the first attack going, putting a lot of pressure on Kou Lei.
Who has the advantage, Sean, when the rallies and both players are off the table?
I think it's an even draw. Kasahara plays his best table tennis when he's closer to the table. I think Kou Lei's amount of topspin is just even more impressive when he's off the table. And of course his placement, you saw in that last one, and once again, finding the open court. Both these players are such big shot makers, but Kasahara focusing on speed, Kou Lei a lot more spin. And that push that Kou Lei did is not easy to drive.
How would you evaluate these two players as in-match problem solvers?
I think Kou Lei, a little bit more experience. His style lends itself to figuring out and really targeting the weak side. Kasahara just overwhelms you with speed and his over-the-table attacks. So when those two clash, it's really a matter of who makes the first attack to get the upper hand. You see Kou Lei with the first loop and then getting into the backhand exchanges and pushing Kasahara into the midcourt.
5 straight for the spinners here in game 2 after Kasahara took the opening point.
Kou Lei's backhand is not necessarily hitting winners, but the placement is very deep, very consistent. Kasahara, both forehand and backhand, every time he touches the ball, he's hitting it as quickly as he can. And look at that.
That's what we come to expect from Hiro Kasahara. He won a battle against his fellow Japanese countryman Satoshi Ida yesterday. A really exhilarating match, included 2 golden points. Kasahara 2-1 over Carolina's Ida. Kou Lei's been involved in 2 sweeps so far.
And again, Kasahara quick off the bounce.
Kou Lei swept Ida on Friday. And we get a timeout from Texas with Kou Lei scoring 3 in a row.
Start. Keep going with it. Spinner. You just have to trust yourself. You just have to trust yourself. You're not trusting yourself, okay? If you want to go for the shot, go for the shot. Don't hesitate, okay? If you want to decide, don't change it. Yeah, he's really good from the corner. Yeah.
Obviously, Seattle timeout with Kasahara scoring 3 in a row. 1-point game here in game 2. I know, Sean, you talk so much about how table tennis is a sport of matchups. And, you know, A might be superior to B, and B might be superior to C, but that doesn't mean C can't beat A on a certain day or every day.
Very often when we play in these round robin or pool matches, you will see 3 players all 1-1, just because in this style are very different, but also the problem solving, and when you have to make your adjustments, that's really the sign of an experienced player. Everyone can play their A game, but most players never get to when they're playing a stronger opponent, because they force you to play with your B or C game, which generally has bigger holes in it.
We talked about it a bunch last week, Sean. You know, new players joining teams, it's not like the relationship between the player and the coach from a trust and tactic standpoint is an immediate thing. You don't flip a switch in that regard. Trust is earned over time. Coaching is something that develops by understanding your player and their personality and their quirks.
Couldn't have said it better. Also, some players don't need tactical advice. It's more psychological, of encouraging them to pump themselves up or to calm down. So you have to learn what works for each player, and that's why coaches are so important, especially the ones who've been with players for multiple seasons. You just get a sense what works, and don't try to force the coach's opinion down the player, but figure out what the player needs.
6-9.
Kou Lei 2 points away from creating a rubber game, which is exactly what Mr. O'Neill predicted.
I think you said the same thing, that both these players are so close that whoever wins the first game might even want to change their tactics a little bit, because you know the other side's going to make adjustments.
The preemptive tactical change.
Exactly.
Even after a win. Interesting.
You have to keep an eye on what's happening on the other side of the table at all times.
Have you noticed Kasahara tweaking anything from game 1 to game 2?
No, he's getting shut down. Kou Lei is figuring out a way of getting that first spin to a good location. Also, the serve return by Kou Lei was much more effective. You can see right now, Kou Lei just holds the table, becomes a great ball, and gets the second game W.
1 game apiece, Texas and Seattle. Mention the air of desperation. 2 teams looking to get on the board for their first team victory of the season. They don't want to have to wait for October or November. Today's the day, but only for one of these 2 squads. Game 1 went 11-6 to Kasahara. Game 2, Kou Lei turned it around 11-7. Excellent rally to start game 3. Kasahara ticked it off the net, 1-0 Spinners.
Kou Lei doing a very nice job keeping the pressure, holding the table. And watch where Kasahara is standing when he's attacking. If he's up on the table, winners. Off the table, he's continuing to attack. Gives Kou Lei a lot more options to get his forehand in. Wow, Kou Lei is finding the open court on the forehand instantly.
Nice angle.
Oh, how great was that loop off the bounce on the second ball. Kasahara did a nice job of returning the initial loop, but Kou Lei did not let that ball breathe at all, just smothered it.
Another awesome angle from Kou Lei.
But as we watch it again, the depth of the serve return just really jammed Kasahara into the backhand, leaving him no chance to recover and play the next ball. Lucky break there for Kasahara. Kou Lei once again starting really deep to the backhand and then trying to counterattack with his own forehand. Kou Lei almost challenging Kasahara to go for a big shot with that small reverse pendulum serve. It'd be like serving with his backhand. It's the same type of side spin. But Kasahara nets the ball. He's got to figure out how to get into the points right now. Just taking big swings isn't getting it done.
Two teenage phenoms on deck, Sareen and Naresh. Kou Lei pulling away here.
Just a lot of experience, forcing the game and the points into his liking. Both his backhand's working and forehand. That time Kasahara was able to turn the corner and get his forehand in, but those are very deep returns into the backhand corner by Kou Lei.
Kou Lei on the attack once again.
Just too much power by the Seattle spinner. And he has time to line up, just really power through the ball. Kasahara's in no man's land back that far.
Good pace, but even better poise to not overhit that ball.
That's the key. You get an easy ball. We've seen some yesterday where the players get so excited they start swinging before they move to get into position. And there's Kasahara's quick hands, go for it mentality. That can't be contained an entire game. You know he's going to find a way of sneaking in.
Tom, we haven't had that many rubber games so far this season. Through the first 50 matches, over 10 team matches, singles and doubles, about 2/3 have featured a player going up 2 games to none. And 38% have ended in sweeps. But 1-1 here. Kasahara takes a couple of points on Kou Lei's serve with a chance to turn this game around. That's 3 in a row for Texas.
And you can see Kasahara a lot more confidence right now. Going for the big forehands. Getting Kou Lei out of his backhand corner where he's so effective. Nice little forehand fade and flip. Kou Lei has the momentum. I'm sorry, Kasahara has the momentum.
4 straight. What will Kou Lei do on his serve here?
He's probably going to stick with the same thing that he's moved it to the center of the table just to give him a different look. Same serve. He just wants to get into a backhand-to-backhand exchange with Kasahara off the table. Kasahara needs to be a little closer. He's going to put pressure on Kou Lei. Same serve from the forehand side. Almost like he's going to play doubles. There's the backhand-to-backhand exchange.
7, 9.
Just a little quicker, a little safer, and keeping the ball extremely low.
Couple points on his serve. Snaps the 4-0 Kasahara run. Hero needs these right here. Really needs both of them. Nope. 10-7 for Kou Lei. After dropping the first game, he's a point away from winning the match.
Evan, I talked earlier about players sometimes having to play their B game. Kou Lei and Kasahara love bombing forehands, but Kou Lei's feeling much more confident in the backhand-to-backhand exchanges. That time, just going for a quick winner. But with the serve, look for Kou Lei to stick the ball into the backhand corner. Kasahara probably knows that's going to occur. Will he pivot and try to get his forehand into play? Back to the same regular corner. Oh, he's going to the middle.
Game point. And an errant return from Kasahara. Hands it to Seattle's Kou Lei. The former paddler picks up his second singles match win of the weekend. He beat Ida in 3 straight on Friday. Lost 3 straight in Levison yesterday, but bounces back nicely after dropping game 1, 2 out of 3 for Kou Lei and Seattle.
Nandan, Naresh. Nandan.
And we are joined by Seattle's Kou Lei. Well done. You lost the first game 11-6. What did you say to yourself after that to turn the match around?
Okay, the first set is very hard to come in the game. Then yeah, so we played so many times, and then we know everybody, we know everything, each other. So just play.
So Kou Lei, it seemed like when you could get into the backhand-to-backhand exchange, you had a huge advantage. Was that your main thought today?
Yeah, because this time the hole is much smaller than last season. So I changed the style, but it's a little bit too late because, you know, like who played a little bit more aggressive who win the game, because the hole is really small, like so fast. Like that happened yesterday, I have no time to play because the speed is really so fast. And then so today I just changed the game.
Kou Lei, we're about to watch 2 teenagers on the table now. Does your mindset change if you're facing a guy who's more your age compared to facing a guy who might be 15, 20 years younger?
Yeah.
In what way? How would you play differently?
Hard to say because they have a better physique. They are young, powerful. So maybe tactic a little bit change. Yeah.
Appreciate the perspective. Thanks for joining us. Well done. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
Hodaei will have the serve. And in the style matchups, Hodaei plays a little bit more control, just likes to back up, block, play midcourt. Nandan, power on both sides, willing to go for winners, really good footwork. You could see right there Nandan jumping over to the forehand side with his backhand. He's increased the amount of spin and power in his game over the last couple years. And Evan, of all the players, both Nandan and his brother Sid, along with Daryl Sal, this is what makes MLTT so special. They get to play world-class players stateside, and that can only improve their game and help Team USA as they represent the country in Pan Am's World Championships. And again, we're heading towards Los Angeles now that Paris was such a success.
Sareen represents Australia, but he spent most of his life in the United States.
Hodaei trains often in New Jersey, working with Coach Corey Eider.
Nandan from the Chicago area. We'll see his brother Sid make his MLTT debut in the upcoming Carolina-Chicago match later today.
Of course, their parents are here to cheer on the kids. Always exciting to see.
Nandan's the younger brother. He'll turn 18 in December. But he's the older player in this matchup. Sareen made his MLTT debut last year at age 15. He just turned 16 in April.
And Evan, it's a little similar to the first match that we saw between Kou Lei and Kasahara, where Hodaei is going to play a little bit safer, just keeping the ball in play. And then Nandan is going to make bigger shots both from the forehand and backhand side. Wouldn't surprise me if all of these games are a little streaky as both players settle in and try to figure out how to find the weak side of the opponent. Backhand to backhand, I would say Hodaei Sareen has a slight advantage, but from the power and the big shot making, definitely that goes to Nandan Naresh.
Biggest takeaways from the first 10 points?
Just that Nandan is not having difficulty getting his attack going. I thought Sareen would play a little shorter on the serve returns. But right now, Nandan has to be careful that he holds his own serve. He likes to challenge the opponent, often will serve deep. When you serve deep, you have to get ready so quickly. That's a much better opening with the backhand by Nandan. Hodaei's having a lot of difficulty picking up where Nandan's going with the backhand over the table. Late to the ball. That's due to Nandan's very aggressive serve returns. Again, the backhand and the forehand side is paying dividends for the Texas smash. Wow. Those were two perfect backhands by Nandan, but unable to convert on the final forehand. Oh, that's a big reloop. Nandan does a nice job here after the serve return. Just turns the corner, gets his forehand into play. Hodaei's beginning to get on his bike. A little circular motion afterwards.
A miss from Sareen, and a bunch of game points coming up here for Nandan. Game one to Texas. And this team match is tied up 2 points apiece. Nandan Naresh, just like Euro Kasahara, takes game one. If Hodaei Sareen can turn this match around, game two coming up.
serve 0-0.
Second singles match heading to game two. Team match tied at 2. We are joined by special guest Mimi Bosica, the SVP of Major League Table Tennis. What does that stand for, Mimi?
I'm so glad you remembered that S. Evan, Senior Vice President of Competition.
You're in year 2 with the league. I don't know if I've ever heard the story of how you first got involved. I know you have table tennis in your background, but I don't think you and Flint are old work buddies. So how did you and Flint connect?
Yeah, so I actually was wrapping up a tournament in Michigan for my dad and connected with Ed Hogshead, who's obviously the VP of Operations or Logistics here at MLTT. And Ed and I have done some events previously. I helped him, assisted him in putting on the Olympic trials a couple of times. So I just said, hey, I know you're doing Major League Table Tennis stuff. That's so fantastic. If you ever need any sort of help, I'm happy to come and help out on occasion. And then he said, why don't you just speak with Flint? And here we are.
And now you do more work than just about anybody.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, the whole team works so hard because, you know, it's not a huge team and there's a lot to do. We have ambitious goals and we're going at lightning speed, so everyone's doing a lot.
I always think that managing 64 players from the international standpoint, Mimi's really herding cats all the time, and anytime I send her a text message at 2 a.m., I get a response within 3 minutes, so I know she's always awake.
She responds to me at 7 a.m. and you at 2 a.m. I don't know if she ever
I think
sleeps.
she's on European and Asian time zone at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's probably something I need to control a little better and get some more rest, but you know, even when Flint put together the job description for this, I read it and I was like, Flint, it's like you wrote this for me. This is what I love to do, and you know, working with athletes has been awesome.
What was the biggest surprise for you from season 1, and just how you had to handle everything, the players, the competition, and you know, the lifestyle and the travel and everything?
It almost seemed like it was just kind of natural for me, and it was honestly easy. And a lot of people who watch me do it think, gosh, I would never want to do what you do. But, you know, I've been around elite athletes and coaches my whole life, and I kind of know their language, and I know how to, you know, how to collaborate with them, so it's perfect.
You know, Mimi, the thing is, longtime U.S. players, we've been waiting for this time for basically my entire career since 1975. I'm sure you feel the same way that finally Major League Table Tennis is happening in the United States.
So excited because, you know, I often say I was a really great junior player, and now that I'm getting older, that was so long ago. But as you know, most of us who were great in our youth had to stop doing table tennis and focusing on our studies to get a real job. So now this has become an opportunity for a real job for some of these players, which is awesome.
And these two teenagers that we're watching right now, Sareen and Nandan Naresh, in so many different ways, they are the future of the sport, both domestically and internationally. I mean, you manage multi-time Olympians, players who have competed in the Olympics 4 or 5 times, and then you have these teenage wonderkins. What's it like managing, you know, the old and the future?
It takes a little bit of, I have to adapt to their different kind of needs and response times, and but you know, they're starting to behave like professionals. Like, this is their job, and they're learning at a young age to, you know, what it takes to be part of the league and how responsive they need to be and accountable for their actions and their training and everything.
You know, Mimi, anytime a player asks what they should do in a certain situation, it seems like the response is, ask Mimi. Because she's in charge, she'll tell you exactly in the shortest amount of time what needs to get done, whether it's setting up a time to get your tax ID, or whether it's making a pickup at the airport, or why don't you have your shirt with you?
Oh gosh.
And I'll say from experience, Mimi always has the right answer immediately.
She does, absolutely.
Whether it's a player or a broadcaster that has an issue, if Flint has a question, we know he's asking you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it I set up, so I better know the answer. But, you know, I have a new rule this year. I don't know if you guys know this yet. But, you know, if they ask me a question that I've already provided, you know, the answer to, like in an email or a text or something, it's like I'm a teacher at school. I tell them, you should look it up. You already know.
Sareen trying to fight to stay alive here in game 2. And we get a timeout I want to eavesdrop on the timeout, and then I have a question about when you came to America for the first time. Timeout, smash.
The point, what you did well is then you push this ball always to the middle. You keep it one more shot or you go a little bit more to the middle. But he's very uncomfortable there. When he gives you long to backhand, come a little bit from the leg. Come a little bit from the leg. And don't be afraid also to loop this backhand a little bit ugly here inside. If you loop cross, okay, you have to prepare, he will go, he will go. But he's very insecure because he doesn't know what is happening, especially in the short game. And when it gets to his serve, from my point of view, when he serves long, spin, get the racket up, give him the counter, let him counter and block. But you spin and you go close to get, and then you have advantage. Okay? All right, take the game, take the game.
Take the game, the last thing that Jord says to Nandan. Now, Mimi, you were born abroad and your father coached table tennis.
9-7.
He came to the United States to coach and you tagged along, is that right?
Well,
more or less?
It was kind of like that. We only came to visit, actually, Evan. So I was supposed to go back to school and back to training at my club back home, and I only came with my mom. And then things got bad in our former Yugoslavia, and we decided to stay. My dad followed. He was invited to the U.S. Open, and the rest is history.
Nandan, Naresh, game point. Sareen says, how old were you when you came to visit and then stayed forever?
I was 11, and I've been here forever. This is home now, but you know, I go back to see my old friends and teammates back home, play some table tennis.
Couple serves here for Adi Sareen. Nandan Naresh takes it on Adi's serve, so it's a 2-game-to-none lead for Nandan, the elder of the two players. Nandan's 17, Adi's 16. Both have incredibly bright futures, but Texas retakes the overall lead 3-2. We'll continue with Mimi Bosica, the Senior Vice President of Competition for Major League Table Tennis. Mimi, I know you and Flint talk about the big ambitions and moving at a lightning speed. What's on your near horizon that you're in pursuit of to try to take things to the next level?
Yeah, so as you know, we started at the professional level and wanted to kind of inspire young players to see what's possible for them in this country. But now we're also focusing on one of our goals, which is to support the clubs in the United States. So I'm doing a lot of work to try to organize minor league table tennis programs throughout the country at various clubs. And hopefully we continue to grow that part of the kind of the mission of MLTT. We'll obviously have some tournaments through the league format that we have at the amateur level as well, and we're just trying to inspire more and more clubs to really give this format a try at their clubs so that they can see how fun it is, because at the professional level, these players think it's the most fun they've had in their careers.
Have you gotten a different reception from clubs after one full season's in the books and they've been able to see what we've done?
Yeah, now they're paying attention to the professional, to MLTT, because they participated in their minor league programs, but they're also like getting really excited about playing in their own golden games and having golden points, and more to come, especially with the introduction of MLTT ratings. That'll be something new that people can start to incorporate into their competitions.
And Mimi, why don't you talk a little bit about the big change that the women were in season one, they just had to play a match. Now they're playing in singles, which really changes the makeup of each team and the importance of having world-class women's players.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see women playing singles, whether it's against other women or even men, as we saw yesterday. It also really increases the interest in MLTT from world-class players, so I imagine season 3 will have even higher level players, even though this year we're just thrilled about the women that came on board. It's been a great change.
Amy, how do you think you would have handled the Golden Game physically and mentally and emotionally during the heyday of your playing career?
Honestly, I did not pay attention enough to kind of like the psychological training that would have been helpful at my age when I was a teenager. I would get upset all the time, and like it didn't serve me well. So I would have been a total mess.
Have you played in any Golden Game exhibitions recent years?
No, but what I'm trying to do is arrange some kind of a staff, coach, owner. You know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I would be all for that because I know that I get so much flack from the commish saying I'm dodging him. And if we could actually get some match play, I think I would be able to show him some stuff.
The commission I have.
In his defense, you have been dodging.
I've got work to do here.
Yeah.
He wants to play all the time. I'm seeing him on the practice courts playing you in pickleball.
That's right.
I mean, come on, you got to stay on the real table here.
I think what we should do is, you know, the commission and I should have a draft because we're such big rivals already, and just like have a staff.
Have 2 teams.
Yeah, 2 teams.
Team Mimi, Team Flint.
Yep.
A little bit like the Ocho.
Kind of like the Ocho, but amateur style.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt when I don't get drafted, but I'll figure out a way to deal with it.
Like in school when you were last to get picked.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bring this up, Mimi, but you coached against Flint on the ESPN Ocho day, and I mean, the odds makers had you as a big favorite, but weird things happen in sports. The unpredictable often occurs, and Flint's team got the better of yours. I assume you're plotting retribution as we speak.
I mean, I'm not. You know why? Because I think my coaching career is over. There's no excuse for us losing that match at the Ocho. We're internally embarrassed about it. I also lost the match where Adam Babro played Enzo Angles, and that should have been obviously an easy win. So my record as a coach is really bad.
Were you coaching Enzo or Adam?
I was coaching the favorite, and he lost.
Adam gave himself quite a few points, if I remember.
There's no excuse. Enzo, I don't know what happened. He got nervous. Or maybe it was me.
A miss from Sareen.
Interesting tactic to pop the ball up and let the opponent overplay, but right now it has really been all Nandan, Naresh this entire match, having no difficulty picking his shots, especially the backhand over on the forehand side. He has scored repeatedly with that same tactic time and time again.
Did you guys discuss, you know, Adi's playing with his backup racket? Did you know that?
We have not mentioned it.
Yeah, his primary racket went missing. So this should be an exact replica, but...
What's that like as a player, Sean?
It's not the optimum situation. You hope that you never have to go to your backup. You often will have the exact same equipment, but unless you practice with the backup, each paddle is just so unique. Even if it comes from the same tree, just due to the amount of play with it. Wong Chu-chin at the Olympics had the exact same thing happen against Truls Norgard, where the reporter stepped on his racket after the mixed doubles gold medal match. And he was not pleased either, and he lost the next match in singles. So
a lot of it is in the head too, though, Sean.
Really, yeah. And they asked Truls. He said, "I got 4 backups. It doesn't matter which one I grab." So.
And the interesting thing is you'll see tennis players switch rackets multiple times in a match.
Yeah, the wood in table tennis has a different feel that you really grow accustomed to, where the strings in tennis can be restrung fairly easily. Players will play with their paddles or rackets often like 6-8 years. Today they change them a little bit more often, but it wouldn't be uncommon for a player to stick with the paddle for even more than 10 years because it just feels like part of their hand.
Game points for Sareen on Nandan's serve. Naresh fights off one. Mimi, anything we haven't discussed that you wanted to mention to the fans who are out there enjoying MLTT?
I would just say, you know, get involved. We all have the desire to grow table tennis in the United States, and we need everybody's participation. So whatever that looks like, coming to our matches, participating in minor league table tennis, lots of options.
Very cool. Adi Sareen salvages a point with his primary paddle or not. gets one, but Nandan takes 2 out of 3 to win the match in the battle of Teenage Phenom. And we got doubles coming up. Amy Bosika, the Senior Vice President of Competition of MLTT. Thanks so much for joining us. Look forward to chatting again.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you, Amy, for everything you do for the players.
Oh, for sure.
We're going to chat with Nandan Naresh, who earned 2 points for his team. This team battle is even at 3 points apiece through the opening 2 singles matches on the Sunday morning in North Carolina. Dave McBeth's going to play doubles today along with Amir Hodaei against Lubomir Pistej and Olajide Omotayo. They'll take their warm-ups, and we'll chat with Nandan. Nandan, thanks for joining us. Congrats on getting the win over Hodaei. You guys obviously from the same generation. How much have you played against him through the years, and what was your mindset going into the battle today?
We haven't played much at all, actually. Last time we played was 2021, and that was the last time we played. We've been wanting to play each other for a while, but yeah, this is the first time it's happened in a while. So it was very fun. He's a strong opponent. We're good friends. So yeah.
So Nandan, it seemed like every time you had the opportunity, especially short to the forehand, you were taking the risk, playing your backhand over there, and it really worked well. Was that something you felt going into the match you could take advantage of?
No, it was kind of in the moment. Sometimes I have a feeling for that, and today was good. Yeah, a lot of balls, short, half-long forehand, taking them with backhand, so yeah.
Nandan, what's it like being one of the younger guys in the league, but also one of the experienced guys in the league since you played last year and you won a championship last year?
It's been really fun. I mean, we're playing a lot with the same group of people from last year, and I've bonded with them a lot, and it's been really fun to play again and have this special connection with my teammates already.
All right, I have heard that you and your brother have pretty similar styles. We're going to see your brother Sid play for the Carolina Gold Rush for the first time later today. What's the scouting report on Sid?
One thing is that he never beats me. That's the scouting report.
We'll see what he has to say about that perhaps later. Nandan, thanks for joining us. Well done. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
Certainly mature beyond his years.
It's always fun being the younger brother.
Opening point of the doubles to the smash. Certainly with Hodaei and McBeth, a lot of power on the Texas side, but you could probably say the same thing about Seattle here with Pistej and Omotayo.
And McBeth and Pistej both have amazing backhands where Omotayo and Hodaei very strong on the forehand. I think footwork-wise, Seattle a little quicker. They like to stay closer to the table. The smash feel very comfortable backing up, playing from the mid-distance.
Fun conversation with Mimi.
She's just amazing. I couldn't have thought of a better person for Flint to pick.
Did you know Mimi?
I did.
Time before MLTT?
Yeah, I did. So it was very interesting. I was doing a lot of team leader helping in 1995-96 when the family came over, and her father, John, was actually selected to be the women's Olympic coach in Atlanta. And I drove some of the players down from Flint, Michigan, actually in Davison, where I believe the family still resides.
This is shortly after you had retired from your
competitive? Yeah, retired after the 96 Olympic tryouts, but wanted to continue to work. There's a nice forehand by Omotayo. Continue to work and help the team prepare for Atlanta being the host country. So I saw Mimi play a lot as a young teenager, and she had amazing feel for the game, very high level, but again, having a father who was coaching at the highest level in Yugoslavia with the best players that won medals in the 1988 games. He was well established as one of the top coaches in the world.
He was in Chicago last year, Sean, so Matt Hetherington was here with me, but we got to chat with John Bosika, Mimi's dad. Did an in-match interview, which was really interesting. Obviously a lifetime of table tennis experience, savvy, and stories to share.
You want to know one player who really took advantage of John's knowledge and experience is the coach, Chicagoan, Eric Owens.
Worked out pretty well.
And you can just see the spinners controlling the table, staying up close, forcing the smash to just run around playing almost defensive backhand chops from the backcourt. And Omotayo, excellent backhand play there. And the firepower from both teams, they'll score on any loose ball. But more importantly, who can keep and stay up to the table. Right now it's been all Seattle. Great flip by Pistej, little head fake. Hodaei was not faked out and took his backhand down the line. The international appeal of Major League Table Tennis. 4 countries represented here in the doubles. And none of them are from the United States, so it just tells you how the entire world views the opportunity to come to the U.S. and help grow the sport. And that's a great loop by Hodaei. Very smart player. In doubles, when that ball comes off the end, off the serve, you have to attack it. You cannot play a passive return and expect your partner to get the offense going. Wow. Pistej with a big forehand. Such a difference this season too, where the men are playing doubles primarily. The women are allowed, but since they must play singles, a lot of the teams so far going for the all men's doubles matches.
9 all. 2 or 3 points left in this opening game here in the doubles.
Oh, what a great shot by McBeth and a better shot by Pistej. Taking the forehand block down the line. McBeth hit a winner, and I don't know how Pistej was able to get his paddle on the ball.
Seattle closing strong. Pistej and Omotayo. Surge the spinners back in front. 11-9 in game 1 of the doubles. This is going to be a heavyweight clash. 2 more games to 11 on tap.
Seattle comes out loud. They want to create some separation here using the doubles. Currently up 4-3.
1-1.
Close game at the start here in game 2.
Hey, bud. Come on, boy.
Great play by the smash. Spinners giving a lot of different looks in these points.
Hey, come on, boy.
Control and spin. There's a chop by Pistej, but Texas staying up at the table, driving the ball a lot more than just keeping it in play. Hodaei really wanted that one to land. Going for broke on the forehand, flip for the winner. Just getting out of the way of his partner, David McBeth. Not easy when you play with a very tall opponent, or teammate, I should say.
Sean, the fact that Pistej and Omotayo are playing together for the 3rd day in a row, and McBeth and Hodaei are playing together for the first time, that has to matter at least a little bit, right?
Absolutely. You just get more comfortable with the serving combinations. Often you saw right there, David McBeth gave a signal of what serve he wanted. But until you've played maybe, I would say, the 4th or 5th match, you really don't have the perfect read on what type of spin's coming back. I would just say Omotayo has been such a strong doubles player both in season 1 and 2, and that's based on his footwork and his shot-making ability. Pistej so strong over the table. His redirects, his head fakes, does such a nice job looking 2 different ways and hitting the ball in the opposite direction. And McBeth, there's the backhand. When McBeth can load up on the backhand, and the height, the leverage, and ultimately the spin that he puts on the ball dictates how the point's going to go. And there's that little forehand fading flip, so delicate, so nice. Soft hands by Pistej.
Timeout for Texas Smash.
Timeout Texas. They trail by 1.
From my point of view, on Pistej, if you play short, short to the middle. Every ball goes short corner, and from there he's faking all the time. From deep forehand he can do this, from back. I want to see if he can do this from middle, or you have to give long on him. But he's killing us with the flick, but only from corners, because we always try this or this. Give him in the middle where he has to think, and then you can still wait for him to fake. But and when he's coming in, step out. Even if he drops short and you are late, it's not a problem. You're doing very well attacking the forehand of Omotayo. We still have time. We're still doing very well on attacking forehand. And when he serves now, Omotayo is always playing this late, slow short in middle backhand. He's not doing anything else. If it's half long, you can start, but be ready for short.
Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Again, Hodaei giving the signal what type of serve he wants. Net serve.
7-8.
Pistej fights to get his forehand into play off the backhand side. Pistej doesn't look like he's the fastest player, but he gets the shot that he wants. Very difficult to find the middle of the table or the middle of his body to jam him. Very big points right here. And McBeth, the power, lined it up and just drove it. Omotayo trying to cover the entire court, running right into the camera.
For the second straight game, we're tied 9-9. Seattle seized control last game on their serve, but now Texas has the serve.
This is where Seattle is so tricky with Pistej receiving the serve. Look for his misdirectional shots.
Omotayo bringing the heat.
Wow. Nice drop shot. Safe return. Omotayo says, get this ball out of here, as he just powers through it. No hesitation.
Oh, that caught the edge.
Oh,
and Omotayo fortuitously gives the Spinners another narrow victory.
Again, a great 1-2 combo, starting with Omotayo. Open court, jamming the players into the backhand corner, and then nailing it by Pistej for the winner.
Tough break for Texas, but another 11-9 win for the Spinners.
Evan, we could be seeing a potential sweep here. With the Spinners coming out of the first 3 matches looking very strong.
No lack of focus to start game 3, that's for sure. Plenty of energy.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that all the coaches realize. You must communicate this 3rd game. It's just as critical as the first 2.
Up 2 games to love, and 2 points to love. Big energy after every single mini victory. 4 straight for Pistej and Omotayo.
Entire Seattle bench on their feet. Players will change ends it once a team reaches 5 points.
That happens quickly in game 3.
And that was a great pickup by Omotayo. Not an easy ball. Kept it in play, kept it low. And now a 5-0 lead here in game 3. And Evan, I really think that this doubles pair is going to be one of the teams to beat in season 2. They just really complement each other. Big forehand of Omotayo, and the overall table positioning and blocking of Pistej.
After this doubles match concludes, we'll return to singles, and it's a women's singles match. Debbie Vivarelli and Amy Wang both looking to finish their weekend strong.
That could have been a Paris matchup, as both players represented their countries in the Olympics.
3 straight points for Texas, and Seattle will hit the pause button, takes the timeout. Still leading by 2.
Exactly.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah.
The rhythm
It's okay, don't worry. It's a little bit of the break, because 5 points and then 3 points back. It's okay. Yeah. Just keep the pace, keep the energy, and then the changes, right? Yeah. Good. You missed 2 blocks, but that's okay. Don't trust yourself. You have it. Yeah. Positive, just positive. Stay positive, and that's it. Energy and moving around a lot. Good. Okay. It's time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
It's a big point here, Sean.
3-5.
6-3 or 5-4.
I'd say a big 2 points.
Noteworthy swing.
4-5.
Hodaei continues to just do a great job of keeping the top spins going on the 3rd and 4th rally. It's going to be tough to do it on that one, though. Omotayo, when he gets a full swing, that ball rarely comes back.
We're going to see Hodaei and Pistej play singles against one another in the 4th singles spot. Omotayo lost his footing.
5.
Is there anything that those guys are contemplating or learning about the other from playing doubles that could come in handy in singles?
Well, the serves, the right-handed serves, aren't the most used in singles play. So if you have a lefty, you'll find you're actually playing against their regular single serve. But in doubles, because you're serving from the forehand side, you won't see that exact same motion in singles. But getting a feel for how much spin they put on the ball, their rhythm, I think for Hodaei, he'll actually benefit more because Pistej's style is a bit unique with the fades, the hard blocks, the kind of winded up forehand that he delivers. Oh, and look at that. Hodaei just jumps on top of that safe opening loop, uses his legs so well just to generate tremendous topspin.
Leg 8-6.
Just a very effective combination with Omotayo serving. Pistej just comes in and redirects that ball.
For a second, it looked like Omotayo was going to eat it into the umpire's stanchion.
7-9.
But no, he's far more coordinated than that. 7 serving 9. Got to have these serves if you're Texas.
And that's a solid opening by McBeth. Very safe, very low, but more importantly, very spinny. Backhand, well done. Omotayo unable to get on top of the ball. And there's the redirect flip by Pistej. His wrists are so relaxed. He can go in either direction and just fades it down the line into McBeth's backhand. You can see the celebration on Pistej's face after scoring the point to get 3 game points.
That'll do it. 11-9, 11-9, and 11-8. Seattle Spinners doubles duo Pistej and Omotayo takes 3 straight over Hodaei and McBeth. He's in control of this match as we head back into the singles. Vivarelli and Wong set to take the table next. We are joined by Olajide Omotayo. 3 days, 3 doubles victories for you and the Seattle Spinners. Clearly you and Lubo have found something. Can you put it into words what it's been like working with him and finding your chemistry together?
The partnership with Lubo is so perfect for me, and I'm enjoying myself, and I want to continue playing like this, and I'm really happy playing alongside Lubo.
What's working well for you two together?
I think he has like an orthodox style of play, like I said yesterday, and it's working for me, you know. He plays the opposite way the opponent wants him to play, so this is really working so much in the doubles match so far.
It's really got to feel like a completely different feeling from season 1 as he's setting you up at every opportunity, so you're getting great looks every time you play the ball.
Exactly. He's such an experienced player, and each time we play, I feel so confident having him by my side. So this brings the best out of me. So I'm really, really excited playing doubles with Pistej.
Olajide, I mentioned at the top of the show that the Seattle Spinners have had moments of excellence throughout the past couple of days, but you haven't been able to put it together in the Golden Game. What's the mindset going into the Golden Game today to get the job done?
Right now, we're not thinking about the past. We're thinking about the future, and today we will give our best, you know. So as an athlete, we don't think about the past. We will fight till the finish, you know. It's just the beginning of the season, so the fight is still long.
Very well said. Thanks for joining us, Olajide.
Thank you very much.
Debbie Vivarelli serves first to Amy Wang. Both these players competed in the Paris Olympics this summer. Vivarelli representing Italy, Amy the American. Amy won her first round match over Priscilla Tommy of Vanuatu before falling to current world number 11 Adriana Diaz. Her sister Bobby played for the Seattle Spinners last year, of course. It was a good match, second round that Amy had 4-2, a bunch of close games.
This is going to be a very interesting matchup with Vivarelli playing more traditional forehand and backhand, kind of controlled attacks. If the ball's going fast, she'll play up at the table, where Amy loves to play off the bounce. She won't let the ball get to the peak. She'll take it as early as she can, both on these short serve returns. But once that rally gets going, look for her to use her wrist and forearm over the table to really generate a lot of tempo.
3-all through 6 points here in game one.
And that's Amy Wang table tennis. Jam to push, hope for a slower spin, and then loop off of it to the open court.
Wong wins 2 points on her serve, has a 2-point lead. Debbie Vivarelli had a tough draw in her Olympic singles experience. Faced off with Japan's Ina Ayata in the opening round. Ayata ended up getting the bronze medal over Shin Yubin from Korea.
And additionally, Team Japan won the silver in the women's team event, so Japan continues to excel internationally in table tennis, especially on the women's side.
Despite the loss, Debbie Vivarelli posted on Instagram to say that it was still an experience that she cherished immensely, the culmination of all that she's worked for. She wears the Olympic rings proudly on her arm.
And Amy Wang is winning the battle of over the table, having no real difficulty getting her quick topspin into play. Vivarelli has to figure out a way, either playing the ball deeper, more to the middle, because otherwise Wang will just snap it back right at her. Backhand so lethal. You can just see the control in the backhand-to-backhand exchanges. That's Amy's strength, and she'll play that matchup against any player in the world.
11-4, game one, Texas match.
Well, Amy Wang ran away with that. It was 3-all through 6 points, remember. And then an 8-1 burst from the American to close out a pretty dominant game one win. Texas back within 2 in the team tally. See if Vivarelli can turn it around here, or if Wang will keep it rolling. 8 of the last 9 points to Amy Wang, and she serves to start game 2.
0-1.
What happened to Debbie Vivarelli down the stretch there in game 1, Sean?
I think it's just Amy took control over the rhythm of the game. Vivarelli needs to figure out a way. Maybe it's more attacks out to the wide forehand, but anything in the middle and the backhand has been all Amy Wang for the Texas smash. Vivarelli changing her service position, using a backhand serve from the forehand side just to give Wong a different look at where to play that first ball. And that's going to be a problem because that's an easy short serve return, which is going to put Vivarelli on the defense off of her own serve. Wong very strong on the short drop shots. But what she does so well is she puts heavy underspin on her pushes, which forces her opponents to make a slower opening shot, which she can tee off on.
2-3.
Nice deep serve. Got the ball she wanted, just overplayed. That's just a quality backhand opening loop by Wong. Nice spin, deep placement, really handcuffing Vivarelli to play a defensive return.
Tied 3-all for the second straight game. This is where Amy made her move in game 1.
Little change up in serve there. Vivarelli going for the half-long serve, staying away from the short serve. Nice idea there. Does it again, this time a little deeper. Forcing Wong to do something with the serve return. It looks so simple when Amy Wang just goes and plays a push over the table surface, but she puts so much underspin on the ball, takes away the drive of the opponent, and you're going to see a nice forehand smash there by Wong. That ball clipped the net. Vivarelli did a nice job of keeping it in play, but Wong came in with a powerful forehand.
5-6.
And Vivarelli showing she's got a nice forehand smash as well.
Indeed. This is a big game here for Debbie. She's certainly in it, 6-all. She won the first game she played on Friday against Hong Lin, but then left a couple of game points on the table.
You see Amy shielding herself from a smash. She's delivered a couple of her own opponents right into their body.
Since losing that 10-8 lead in game 2 against Hong Lin on Friday night, Debbie has not tasted victory. Trying to change that here, but trailing 8-6 after Wong gets it done on her 2 serves.
Both players opting to serve much deeper, stay away from the short game.
7-8.
Amy Wong grabbed at her side after missing that swing. Abdomen area on her right. Something bothering her.
9-7.
And it's going to be very difficult for Vivarelli to win these type of rallies. This is Amy Wong's strength is up to the table, quick off the bounce, moving it around, changing the amount of spin on the ball, but always keeping the ball nice and low. And there's the Amy Wong third ball attack with the backhand to get to game point.
No celebration, no facial expression change, just stoic, stone cold. Game points for Wong. Game 2 to Amy Wong. And Texas is back within 1. Vivarelli serves to start game 3, looking to salvage a point and keep her team ahead. Final singles match between the Spinners and Smash here today, Pistej and Hodaei. Pistej had the edge in the doubles with Omotayo. Vivarelli sending a message with those 2 points, telling Amy this is not going to be a cakewalk to the finish line.
Well, Vivarelli's a strong fighter. She's not going to, by any stretch of the imagination, lay down here in game 3. Really seems that each player understands the significance of each game worth 1 point, not just in the team match, but throughout the entire season. They add up. Once again, Amy Wang going for the winner on the backhand side.
Ridiculous.
We've seen that with Kou Lei earlier today, just using the backhand block to the open court, especially down the line to the forehand. Players have to be careful when they step around the backhand to be able to cover that wide angle.
It's a big miss right there.
Yeah, Amy once again going out to the forehand.
Switch sides at 5-3, and Vivarelli has a couple of serves with a 2-point lead.
And Vivarelli with a nice attack off of the Wong opening backhand. Instead of re-spinning it, just snapping through it. Very nice flat hit. And there's Wong's backhand over the table, a la Nandan Naresh. We saw him do that against Hodaei Sareen in his victory. Such a nice deep serve into the middle. Amy really mixes up the depth of her serve.
Another on Amy's serve to keep the lead at 2. Getting the serve back.
Nice positioning to the elbow area.
7-6.
And again, Amy not giving Deborah much to work with. Keeping it short and low into the backhand corner. That was a big miss right there. You could see after the point, Vivarelli not happy at all.
Just lost both points on her serve. Potentially the turning point in this final game. Now Wong retakes the lead.
And Vivarelli has to be aware and pay attention to Wong's deep serves. She mixes it up so well, both short to the center, short to the middle, and deep to the corners. This time she's going for the hook serve. And a nice third ball smash for the winner. And Wong just turns the tables here in game 3.
4th straight for Amy. Down 7-5 to up 9-7. And now 5 in a row for the American. Point away from completing the sweep. Vivarelli fights off 1 game point. Amy's got the serve here and a couple chances on her paddle. You can't pop up this return for Debbie.
Debbie holds the fort. Does a nice job in the backhand-to-backhand exchange. Wong got some forehands in and kept it on the backhand side. Nice scramble. Could we be seeing a golden point?
Amy Wang too good with that third ball attack. We still have not seen a golden point yet in this team match. 12 games in. Seattle and Texas just traded sweeps. Seattle took the doubles. Texas sweeping the third singles with Amy Wang smashing Vivarelli 4-7 and 9. So the lead going into the golden game hangs in the balance heading into the final singles match. Pistej and Hodaei.
Texas match, players. Amir, please take to the court. Amir, Texas smash.
And we are joined by Texas's Amy Wang after the 3-0 sweep over Debbie Vivarelli. Amy, really well done. Strong finish after you were down 7-5 in game 3 to close it out and complete the sweep. What stood out to you about your performance in that match?
I think I played it more safe. Yeah, I think going into the match, I wasn't under a lot of pressure because we've already lost the last 2 days. So I think that just going to match without pressure and just playing what I can do, and hopefully I can win some points for my team.
So Amy, I was going to ask you some tactical questions, but I think more importantly, how is your dog Nomi doing? We heard a lot about him during Paris.
Oh yeah, she's doing great. She just got spayed recently, so she was in a really bad mood, but she got her cone off a few days ago when I went back home, and now she's doing great. She's really happy and jumping around. So yeah.
Amy, it's fun to see this emotion come out of you because on the table it feels like you are just stone cold, calm, focused. I mean, you've been on the national team since you were 12, so you've got so much experience, but how do you maintain your composure regardless whether you just hit a really good shot or a shot that you didn't like as much?
I think part of me is because I'm pretty introverted, so I don't really show a lot of expression when I'm surrounded by a lot of unfamiliar faces. But yeah, I just become more extroverted when I'm around people that I'm more familiar with.
Well, clearly you and Sean go way back. Team USA forever. Thanks so much for joining us, Amy. Well done. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you.
2-0 lead for Amir Hodaei. And a little housekeeping. Amir and Texas were assessed a yellow card for being tardy arriving to the table for the warm-up to this match. Now that is a factor. If they were to get another yellow card, it would be a red and a point penalty.
This is going to be such an interesting match with these two style matchups with Hodaei. Very powerful, very clean on the forehand and back. And you see, look at that step around. Very tactical play by Pistej. He'll move the ball around, a lot of head fakes, a lot of blocks. See which one player can hold the table and get their offense going.
Left. Shoulder blocking. Move away your shoulder and your arm.
Warning
0,
Hodaei for the second straight day about that shoulder.
And this time, no reply from him. He knows exactly what the umpire is looking for. It can be very frustrating after you get a warning to lose the next point. Just feels like the world is coming down on your shoulders. Again, The umpire is saying when you toss the ball, you have to get your arm out of the way and not block it with your shoulder. Even with the warning, Hodaei has done a nice job of coming out of the blocks, up 5-1 here in game 1. That's a nice wind up by Pistej. His forehand stroke, a little different, since he really holds it close to his body till the last second, then almost slingshots it cross court. Oh, nice side spin, top spin serve.
Pistej finding the angle of the corner. Obviously the lead going into the golden game will be decided here. 6 points apiece through the end of the third singles.
And those are points that Pistej has to win when they get into the backhand exchange. That's not Hodaei's strength. Almost like 3 points for the Texas Smash. And Pistej doing a nice job getting it out wide to the forehand and quickly onto the backhand side, forcing a defensive chop.
This match has had an air of intensity to it from the beginning, but when we get to the golden game, Sean, and only one of these teams will be able to get their first win, and it's going to be close.
It has to be close at 6-6, unless there's a sweep right here. Most likely it'll be a 1-point differential.
Even a 3-point differential, we've seen that overcome many times.
Usually within the first 3 points.
Let 7-6.
Hodaei lets loose a roar. Both these players starting the serve from deep in the corner.
Oh, what a great fading forehand by Pistej. Looked like he might go to the middle or forehand on that second attack. He continues to go wide, just cuts across the ball. Saying, I don't need to move my feet, I'll just move my body to create space. And that time, Hodaei gives Pistej a little bit of a taste of his own medicine with some side spin.
Hodaei with a chance to finish this on his serve right here to cap game 1.
Nice jumping deep topspin serve. Opting for the heavy side top. That ball took an extra hop right at the last second. You got to time those so early.
Certainly adds some sizzle to it. Game 1 to Amir Hodaei. The Iranian finishes strong and puts the smash back in front. 7-6 lead for Texas as the Iranian MLTT rookie beats Pistej down the line on game point. See if Pistej can turn it around here in game 2.
Pistej just really mixes it up so well, especially off the backhand side. Not always going with power, kind of a soft roll that time. That ball is so spinning when Amir Hodaei delivers the high toss serve. I've seen a lot of players hit the ball in the center of their racket but still miss it off the side of the table. There's the first fault. So that's for not getting his shoulder out of the way. You could see Hodaei quickly gave the ball to the other side, not wanting to focus. Oh, and the backhand snapping flip by Pistej. Hodaei dodged a bullet there. Pistej had the high ball. Easy backhand smash for the winner. Going for more of a redirection.
You like the choice to go for the dropper there at the end?
No, I think playing a forehand, and now Pistej overplaying another ball. After the service fault, looked like the momentum was changing a little bit, but Hodaei just gets right back into the driver's seat. Oh, look
what
at
a shot!
What a serve. Ace down the line.
You don't see this very often.
Just shows you how strong and effective. He wants a little bit of cheering for that one. Pistej has some other ideas about what to expect. Again, he's a master of the change-up, moving the ball around. And there's a fist by Pistej himself, getting that, I like to call it almost like a slingshot forehand, just holding till the last second to unload.
That's his shot.
Look at the ready position of Pistej. He started over off the table.
Oh, one of the best points of the day right there. Both players finding angles, but Pistej puts it away.
Just locking and loading after sending his opponent to both sides. Pistej with a big forehand to finish the point.
Little perspiration, I think, on the table. So the umpire will bring the rag to clean it up.
5-6, play.
Wow.
Another good serve.
Just juicing it up. Side top. So much spin as Pistej trying to control it, but that ball's just jumping.
Service clock. No, 6-6. Let's play.
You know what that was about?
Could not see it from this angle.
Pistej might have been looking at the replay of Hodaei's serve with the shoulder obstructing. He's already gotten warned about that multiple times this weekend, but he hasn't been penalized for it. Certainly, you've got to imagine the umpire will have the eye out for it right here.
Definitely. That was a great reaction to the net ball. Able to really read the spin well, but once again, delivering a strong forehand. Little post-point celebration.
Net ball helped him win the point. That couldn't have been the serve that Hodaei wanted.
No, it was a mishit.
Somehow it got over the table, but Pistej in control of the point.
Challenge. The previous play is in challenge. Winner challenge.
What happened there?
Pistej, I think, believes that ball hit his shirt on the toss, actually on the contact. So they're going.
Yeah, we saw the yellow flag thrown by Luba First challenge of week 2.
No, but I threw it. I threw it. Yeah.
Pistej, I think he's asserting that the ball touched his body on the serve.
What?
It certainly was an awkward looking
It
serve.
definitely, that serve didn't take a traditional bounce. As you pointed it out, Evan, that was not the serve that he wanted to deliver.
This is a huge point.
It is
currently given to Texas, but it thought it was going to go 9-7 the other way.
He's provoking you.
That's not going to be the angle.
It almost looked like it hit the table and went backwards. I'm sure we'll get a couple different angles, and the person with the best view is referee Ed Hogshead. He'll get to see exactly what happened in slow-mo and super slow-mo if necessary. But that was such a weird bounce.
We have not seen a call overturned by the new MLTT challenge system. Coaches went 0-for-5 in week 1.
It'll cost them a timeout if they're unsuccessful.
Rule change from week 1 to week 2. Teams do lose a timeout if the challenge does not change it.
I don't believe that was the actual serve that we're looking at.
Yeah, that was the previous point.
With the shoulder items.
Insufficient
Challenge
information to overturn the call.
Pistej is not happy about it.
Yeah, he's definitely frustrated, thinking that
Amir, let's
Well, we're going to get the perspective of Ed Hogshead. Ed, can you tell us exactly what was challenged and what you saw?
So the challenges are that the serve, after being struck by the server, hit the shirt. And there's insufficient information to overturn that call. However, they tried to go back an extra point. You can only go back to the previous point. They were saying 2 points earlier. So that you're only allowed to go back to the previous point.
Makes sense.
So the call is confirmed by the umpire.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Have a good day.
Pistej wins the ensuing point, retakes the lead. He's got one more serve here, up 9-8. down to their final timeout.
And you can see in the celebration by Pistej, this is getting a little personal. He wants to win even more so after that declined challenge.
10-9. And 10. First golden point of the day.
Pistej with the serve.
Amir Hodaei comes from 10-8 down to take game 2 and guarantee that the Smash will have the lead heading into the Golden Game. I've got to imagine Pistej is feeling unjustly assaulted in a way, and we'll see if he can use the motivation to turn it around. But Hodaei, look, Amir Hodaei got off to a very slow start a couple of days ago against Emmanuel Leveson. Bounced back by sweeping Eugene Wong in 3 really close games yesterday. And now he's up 2-0. Keeps that ball alive, keeps that ball alive. That almost curved its way to the table too.
Is looking for an opportunity to possibly hit the edge.
What's Hodaei done better in the small margins here, Sean?
It's really just getting his forehand into play and not allowing Pistej to really keep him off balance with these fades and change of angles.
Didn't hit the ceiling. That one did though, it caught the light. It probably would have landed on the table if there wasn't a light structure up there.
Again, going high, made one, but the second one just rebounded and sent the ball right back to Hodaei. Pistej doing just a nice job of keeping the blocks on the table. Hodaei going for such big shots. Final backhand goes long. Pistej gets to 5 first with a series of really nice forehands from the backhand corner. Again, inside out, down the line, just moving the ball around.
5-2 lead for Pistej. We are closing in on the most interesting and intense part of the match, the Golden Game. Texas will have a lead. That's typically been a good thing. And have not seen a team win this year with a 3-point lead. Of course, there's only been the one instance of that last weekend in Portland. And a service error this time from Hodaei. Got the ace with that serve earlier, went forward again, and this time it did not find the table. (8-2) here in game 3 for Pistej.
And what a slow start for Hodaei. Pistej just keeping the ball on the table, moving it around.
8-3.
Great timing by Pistej. Hodaei with a nice forehand flip cross court. Pistej takes it right off the bounce, right into the body.
A couple mishits late in this game from Lubomir, but he's still got a comfortable lead. Trying to get the spinners within 1.
There we go with the lefty. Hodaei was practicing that in warm-up, having some issues of landing the lefty, but that time he went straight for it.
That's it for game 3. Pistej turns it around and prevails, gets a point. It's 8-7, Sean. Texas with a narrow 1-point lead. Heading into the Golden Game, the spinners will choose the first player, and then York will get to match up and choose who is in the 2 spot. Plenty of interesting permutations. Coaches contemplating exactly what's going to happen next. The climax of the Seattle-Texas showdown straight ahead. West Division battle, Seattle and Texas began with a fun match. Kasahara and Kou Lei. Lei winning games 2 and 3. And then the teenage phenoms, Nandan, Naresh outplayed Sareen, won the opening 2 games. Adi salvaged a point with game 3. The doubles was 3 close games, but Pistej and Omotayo were in control the whole way and swept all 3. And then the sweep the other way in that 3rd singles match. Amy Wang rolling past Debbie Vivarelli. So it was 6-all heading into this final singles match. Amir Hodaei got off to a good start. Won a golden point on Pistej's serve in game number 2. But then Pistej turned the table in game 3. So it's Texas 8, Seattle 7. Both these teams looking for their first win of the season. Golden Game time here in Morrisville.
Okay, we're at the Golden Game. Texas Smash is leading 8-7. You'll be starting with a 1-point advantage in the Golden Game. Seattle, since you're behind, you have the first pick.
Olajide Omotayo.
Olajide Omotayo is your number 1.
I go with Amir Hodaei.
Amir Hodaei is your 1 and your 2.
I go with Nandan Naresh.
Nandan Naresh is your 2. Coach, your 2.
Sareen.
Sareen is your 2 and your 3.
Debbie Vivarelli.
Deborah Vivarelli is your 3.
Amy Wang.
Amy Wang is your 3 and your 4.
Whom we have left, Hero and Dave. I go with David McBeth.
David McBeth is your 4.
Kou Lei.
Kou Lei is your 4 and your 5.
Pistej.
Pistej is your 5 and your 5.
Kasahara.
Hero or Dow? Hero or Dow?
Hero, sorry.
Hero Mitsu Kasahara is your 5. Good luck, coaches.
Good luck.
Arigato.
Well, my first thought, Sean, is finally we get to see Sareen in a Golden Game. He was replaced on Friday night and what turned out to be a costly maneuver. Teenagers will go toe-to-toe again.
Take to the court.
Omotayo versus Hodaei. To get this started, they'll play 3 points. And if we get to an ultimate golden point, it would be these two, Omotayo and Hodaei, who would decide it. First serve goes to the spinners.
That backhand block down the line has worked well for all teams this weekend. Omotayo steps around the corner after playing his backhand, leaving the forehand wide open. Hodaei with such a nice high toss serve. Everyone having so much difficulty reading the amount of spin on the ball.
There's no doubt the Texas Smash have leaned upon Amir Hodaei, their #1 pick in the recent second season draft. And he has delivered these past couple of days, 3 straight to start the Golden Game against Omotayo. 4-0 Texas. Sareen versus Naresh.
Both players getting some net balls on their side of the table, but Sareen with the final big forehand cross court to get Seattle on the board. And Sareen holds both points on his serve. Sareen had a nice idea to drop it short and low to the forehand to set up the big backhand, but could not convert.
3 out of 4 for Sareen. Brings the spinners within 2. Here come the ladies, Debbie Vivarelli and Amy Wang.
Deep push. Vivarelli unable to make contact with the forehand.
Amy Wang stays her typically calm self, wins both points on Vivarelli's serve. Chance to create some separation here.
Amy will not hesitate to play her big shots regardless of the score, regardless of how fast the ball's coming at her. Nice third ball attack. Just smashing it past Vivarelli.
3 out of 4 for Amy. There's Dave McBeth and Kou Lei.
Kou Lei gets the upper hand off the serve return. All these players have such deceptive serves. We can mix them up, change the spin, change the location, but often, here comes the big forehand.
McBeth all weekend long has just been a split second off more often than not. Couple huge points here.
Oh.
Well done by Kou Lei. Spinners are within 1.
What reaction time of Kou Lei to after playing a great attack, keeping the ball in play.
McBeth avoids the golden sweep, gets 1 to keep the smash in front. Here comes Hiro Kasahara and Pistej.
New matchup here.
Both lost their singles match 2-1 earlier. Kasahara down the line.
Again, that backhand finding the open court. Pistej with 1 more serve. Again, very spinny serve. Pistej unable to drop it short.
Three out of four for Kasahara. Smash back in front by 4. As we return to the top of the Golden Game order, Hodaei versus Omotayo. Hodaei won all 3 points they played earlier. Winner of this Golden Game avoids the cellar in the West Division.
And just a battle of drop shots. Neither player able to get their offense going, but keeping the other side at bay.
Texas will play again in 2 weeks, Sean. If Seattle isn't in this game, they don't play again until the first weekend of November. Straight for Olajide Omotayo.
Omotayo getting the job done, getting his forehand into play with the step around, and just keeping constant pressure on the Texas smash.
It's a golden sweep for Omotayo. And this Golden Game is deadlocked at 12.
The boost that the spinners needed. Now the young guns are out on the table.
Final 4 points of the weekend for these two teenagers.
And Nandan Naresh, his parents cheering him on, sporting the Texas Smash jersey. We'll see if they'll change for the next match.
I would expect they will. Hodaei splits the 2 points on his serve. 13 all. 2 serves for Naresh. Wong and Vivarelli up next. That's too good for Nandan.
Just a big shot maker, delivering when his team needs it the most here at the second half of the Golden Game. And Sareen with the safe opening to split the points. This is where Texas feels they could once again possibly golden sweep.
Not going to be a golden sweep for the smash, Sean. Vivarelli with other ideas.
Would love to have it happen for the spinners. The beauty of the Golden Game, anything can happen.
You never know.
And it often does.
Ever since Omatayo's golden sweep, that even is up 12 all. We've been tied at every number since. 13s, 14s, and now 15s.
Perfect serve by Wong, right down the middle, into the elbow. Vivarelli's going to have to take a risk if it's a deep serve coming her way.
Final point for these two. Amy Wang goes 3 out of 4 again.
And just controlling the angles so well. Vivarelli just moving back and forth to keep her paddle on the ball.
Kou Lei, though, with the advantage here. He took 3 out of 4 from McBeth last time.
Again, that side spin, top spin serve by Kou Lei, challenging the opponent to go for it. Oh, this time McBeth takes some pace off the ball, keeps it nice and low. Kou Lei goes long on his attack.
McBeth could put Kasahara in a good position. That's how to do it.
Helps to be tall.
Swing there from McBeth. Kou Lei needs this just to the split. And he'll get the 2-2 split. Kasahara retakes the table with a 2-point lead. Pistej for Seattle needs at least 3 out of 4. Pistej brings Seattle within 1.
And just a great series of attacks by Pistej, taking his time, not going for too much, but keeping Kasahara in the backcourt.
All.
What an over-the-table aggressive forehand flip. Pistej got the ball that he wanted and executed to a T.
Kasahara's turn on the serve. Texas creates match point.
And somehow Kasahara got his forehand into play, drilled it down the center of the table. Match point.
Either Kasahara wins it here, or it'll be Omotayo and Hodaei at 20 apiece. It's over! Hiromitsu Kasahara gets the first win of season 2 for the reigning MLTT champions. The Smash prevail 21-19 and take the match 14-7.
What a finish. 2 heavyweight all-star teams here at Triangle Badminton Table Tennis.
Kasahara closes it out and gets lifted in the air by his coach and his teammates. We are now joined by the coach of the Texas Smash, Jorg Bitzigayo. Jorg, it's been great to see you again in person. I know you coached from afar in the spring and led your team to a championship. What's it been like getting back with your group and getting this new season underway?
Yeah, okay, I'm very happy to be able to see my team in person again. You know, I was missing the guys. It was not fun to sit at home, coach online on an iPad, but okay, it was what it was. Now we are here back in reality, and yeah, I'm just happy to be part of the group again and see the guys around me. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Really tight match today against Seattle. What stood out most to you about how your team battled to get the first win of the year?
For me, what stood out the most was that we kept believing, we kept fighting, and we kept preparing day by day. You know, we have been here all week. We are trying to do the same thing than last year. We know that all the opponents are very strong. I mean, the draft has not been in our favor with the picks 8, 16, 24. That's what it is. But we are ignoring this. You know, we are trying to get the group together. We know that we have to perform as a team very well because we don't have the individuals who can just lead us. For example, like Chicago with Lebesson. And then it's a team effort, and if all 4 or 5 play together very good, we can compete. If we are not getting minimum 4 players on the table who perform their best, then we struggle. And today, everyone was trying their best, was playing much better day by day, and at the very end, I think it's nice to leave the venue and the weekend with a positive feeling.
You know, Jorg, we talk about the draft this season, but the draft last season got you Amy Wang, who I think with the women playing singles, that could be a big advantage for the Texas Smash.
I mean, we have to see, right? Also, all the other women are strong. If you look in the lineups, there are just 2 Americans playing with Amy and Lily. Even someone like Rachel Sang, who is an Olympian, is not able to get a spot here. So we talk about high international level. I'm happy if Amy can take games as she did today and then the days before, but it's very competitive. And as I said, for me, it's not about an individual on our team. It's about the group. We have to play with all team pretty well. We have to get our best players here. So, yeah, it will take time, and we have to increase our level and get into better shape.
Jorg, I'm curious. Did you say anything to Amir on the bench in case he had to go back out there for the point at 20 all?
I would have said something to him because when I saw him playing, I mean, it's his third golden game, right? He has to gain experience. And if you look at the golden game, the way he played it today, he was starting to defend. And in the second round with Omotayo, he didn't attack anymore. He was just trying to defend and hope for the opponent making mistakes. And that's not how the golden game works. If you saw Dave McBeth going out in the second round with Kou Lei, he clearly had the task to attack Kou Lei, because otherwise, how can you impress your opponents? And you can miss. I'm fine with missing, but you are not winning here by just defending. So that's what Amir also has to learn, and he will take the lesson from today.
You talk about lessons from today. Your team retakes the table 2 weeks from now in Chicago. It's a pretty quick turnaround by MLTT standards. What will you be looking to instill in your team over these next couple of weeks as you retake the table a week from Friday in the Windy City?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to meet on October 30th again, which is the Monday before the match weekend. So now we're gonna go home for a week, or we go to different tasks. Like I'm going to China for a WTT tournament, and then we meet up again in 1 week. This gives us the chance to prepare for 3-4 days together again, which is another opportunity to get closer, to understand each other better, to get known of each other better, and also for me to get known of the new players we have, like Amir here this weekend, or in Chicago we might bring someone else. So, like I said, we have to work on the doubles. The doubles is so far not our strength at all. I'm still trying to figure out solutions there, and now is the time to practice this, and then we're going to see how it goes in about 2 weeks.
Great stuff, Jorg. Good to see you again. Congrats on the win today. We'll see you in Chicago.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Jorg Pistej has another win over the Seattle Spinners. Texas now 5-2 against the Spinners all time. And they leave Seattle in the dust in 4th place. But it's the Portland Paddlers that are sitting atop the West right now. 40 points, 13 clear of the Blasters. We still have a battle of undefeated teams, Chicago and Carolina, about 40 minutes away. And Sean, we got one more match to go here in the Triangle. There's a special ball girl in the house today, my favorite ball kid in MLTT history. But an entertaining match. Kasahara and Kou Lei got it started with some big shots. I really thought Amy Wang was the difference for Texas today. She dominated Debbie Vivarelli, and then she won 6 of the 8 points she played in the Golden Game, and when the final score is 21-19, that speaks volumes.
No, I definitely agree with Amy Wang coming up big. She got her game into play. She played Amy Wang table tennis with great attacks on both sides, but positionally, she was just on top of things.
So Texas gets in the win column. Seattle will go back to the drawing board. The Spinners will have to wait until the Miami weekend at the beginning of November to get to take the table again. Texas victorious over Seattle, 21-19 in the Golden, 14-7 overall. We still got Chicago and Carolina to come. For Sean O'Neill, I'm Evan Lepler. We'll talk to you in 40 minutes here from the North Carolina Triangle.